Hey, what's up guys? Dash here. So today I've got a very special guest with me today. He is a local stand-up comedian, but now international stand-up comedian really. He got his own Netflix special. And in this room today, he's the sexier of the two bearded guys. I bring you Kavin Jay.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Yeah, how are you, man?
I'm alright.
Yeah, alright.
I don't know about being the sexier of the two bearded guys.
You are lah, come on lah. No need to be so modest lah.
No, I am sexy, don't get me wrong. Just saying that, yeah lah, you're right. I'm sexier. Correct.
Yeah, you know something.
No, correct.
Okay.
When you're right, you're right.
Okay.
Cannot argue.
I did that.
Okay.
Finish. Wrap it up. Okay. So, you've got a new tour coming up right now all over TGV Cinemas and all, and we will get to that in a bit. But now I want to go back, way back, all the way to when you were a kid. So how was Kavin Jay as a kid? Was he a funny kid? Like when your mom scold you, go and do your homework, do you like turn to her and say like, you know, just crack one-liner, tell her to shut up, something?
Mad at you. As an Indian, as a fellow Indian, you know that if you told your mother to shut up, your life ended. No, you will not make it past standard 2. Your life expectancy is severely reduced. No, I was an awkward kid. If anything, I was the guy who tried to make jokes, but no, not really. I was an awkward kid. Like I had a few friends, but not many.
All right.
I got kicked out of school once.
Is that a story you want to talk about?
No, it is. I'm not to say I'm not ashamed of it. But I was in school. I got kicked out because I was a naughty boy.
Okay. Class clown or?
No. Serious? Much.
Oh,
no, actually, it was a series of misunderstandings that happened. And one of the teachers didn't like me.
Okay.
But she loved my brother because my brother was the teacher's pet, right?
Okay.
So I wasn't. And she made sure that my life was a living hell. And eventually I also did some naughty things, like put things cool. And I got kicked out. So then I joined another school, Sekolah Menengah Kelana Jaya, which was a bit, I guess it was a bit more freer. Like it was a co-ed school.
Okay.
It was a co-ed school, right? So from a boys school to Methodist boys school to co-ed school.
It's like life-changing.
I fell in love with everybody.
Yes.
Everybody. Girl look at me like I love her.
Yes.
This is the girl I want to be with. That's my life.
I was in a boys school until Form 5.
So I'm so sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
But I went to Form 2, you know.
Okay.
Hormones raging. They put me in a co-ed school.
Finish.
And then that's what happened. So I again awkward kid, but eventually I think I was the class clown in a way, but I was also in the first class.
Okay.
Where the smart kids were, so they were not very funny.
Clowning around,
so it wasn't that hard to be it wasn't the hard thing to be a class clown, because all you had to do was talk. Because everybody was like, study. Like so, I was the social I was a social butterfly.
So when did you know, like around what age, you know, you were like, okay, I want to start giving this stand-up comedy thing a shot?
I think when I was in college, in the UK, I went to a few stand-up comedy shows, and I didn't want to do comedy there, but I knew there was an interest in comedy. Okay. Like I knew if I could do something like that. Right. Like it wasn't, at that time I was thinking, not hard one, this one. Very easy to go up there and talk to me, right? Turns out very hard. But at that time I was like, this is something I could do, but I didn't want to do stand-up comedy there because it was, there's a lot of competition, you kind of have to this thing. And when I came back to Malaysia, that's when I realized that if I wanted to watch comedy, it was very difficult because there was only like 3 stand-up comedians at the time, which was Jit Murad, Joanne Kam, Harith Iskandar. You want to wait for a comedy show, you have to wait 3-4 months. So I thought, hey, maybe this is something I could do. And I'll be honest with you, not something I tell everybody. Okay. I started stand-up comedy because I wanted to impress girls. Okay. So
normal lah.
My wife not watching right now, but no. What happened was
But did you already have that in you?
I was chatting up these girls,
and
I lied to them and told them I was a stand-up comedian. Okay. So basically,
so now you had no choice.
So I had no choice, because it come to a stage where I wanted to see you on stage. I'm like, you know. And so I had to make a show lah. So that's what happened. I made a show.
Okay.
I made a show happen.
So this was there or here? Here. Okay.
And it didn't go very well. Okay. Needless to say, those girls I have no contact with anymore.
Okay. So that's okay. You say it didn't go very well, right? Okay. So now, I want to talk, okay, because like a lot of people, they watch like Netflix specials or they go for like, let's say a Russell Peters show or whatever, and they see the glitz and glam of it, you know, like this cool guy, this funny guy's making everybody laugh. But I'm sure, like, you know, it's not just to get to that stage, or even to like now, you know, for like your stage where you have your own Netflix special and all, you have to go through so much of trials and tribulation, a lot of failure. How was that? Like, what's the reality of, like, especially, you know, when you're just starting through open mics, you're not making any money at all.
Trust me. But it's one of those things where like, okay, let's take Russell Peters for instance. 2005, he blew up, right? Everybody is famous, blah blah blah. Nobody talks about the 15 years before that happened when he was struggling as a comedian. Everybody talks about Kevin Hart, who, you know, instant success. No, nobody talks about the 10 years before that, where he was, you know, in open mics. Jerry Seinfeld, same story. You know, every comedian has that same story. Like before they blew up, they 10 years, 15 years before that they were. So at that time, it's just basically for fun lah, do for fun. You know, it's kind of like when I started comedy 12 years ago, there was a few of us that kind of banded together, like me, Papi Zach, Jen Han, Chiho, and Andrew Neto.
Okay.
I think the few of us, did shows together, and we kind of kept everybody in the scene. Right, because one would get a show and then we would drag everybody else to come and do the show with us, you know, and then
you have to support each other because the community is very small.
The community, that's it. That's the community. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, like, you know, we would be bad at it. At that point, but you know, we were getting better, and people were looking at us, going like, "Oh no!" I remember at those times, I think Harith would look at us and go like, "Nah, they're not competition." Right? And then a few years later, he realized that we were biting on his heels, and he looked back and he was like, "You know what? I think, you know, I have to be better."
Okay, so at that time, right, when you just started, like you say, with your small group of friends, you all just try, you all not really good at it also. Were you doing something else, or was this you just like, you know, like I'm gonna leave whatever my any job, career, anything, I'm just gonna jump into this?
No. Look, we were getting paid in a couple of beers and a high five. Okay, so it wasn't one of those things where we could leave our jobs for. But yeah, no, we all.
What were you doing at the time?
I was an engineer.
Okay, how did that came? How did the engineer become a stand-up comedian? What's that whole story?
No, ever since I was a kid, like you said, like I didn't want to do science.
Yes.
I wanted to do arts. Right. I wanted to be in the arts stream. But being in an Indian family, you know how that works. You cannot. If you're not science stream, you're disappointed. So I had to go to science stream, and then eventually I had to do engineering. And then after that, I became an engineer, but I always wanted to be in the arts. I auditioned for Malaysian Idol. Okay. The first one. I didn't go very far. I don't think you can find my audition tape anywhere also. I think they look for it. I think they threw it away. I'm very sure they burned that tape. Because I could not sing. and my girlfriend at that time had to listen to me sing. I'm so sorry. That's all I can say. But yeah, I could. I tried that. That didn't work out. I tried dancing. That dream burned very fast. So then basically I wanted to act. I thought, you know,
just
I could be an actor
in the arts industry.
But it's not that easy to be the especially the actors, right? They're very close knit. And you kind of have to break that. And like, you know what? You all are too pretentious. I don't want to be an actor anymore. So I thought comedian was the only thing that I could really do, because it was not hard. Anybody can do comedy, right? Turns out it's very different lah. So I just started doing comedy, and I realized that I was bad at that too. But I realized that comedy was one thing that I could do, that I could get better. So that's what I tried.
So like, where do you get your, like, before that, like now you say that you know at that time you're not famous yet. No, people don't know you. So you and your friends are going. So some people who, let's say, they just go and watch your shows, but they're not there because nowadays people are buying tickets for Kavin Jay. Right, like Kavin Jay. Now, but that time people are just like, I'm just gonna go here, and then whoever. So what happens? Like, let's say you're doing some shows and then just nobody's paying attention. You're not getting a laugh out of anyone.
That used to happen a lot. Like, I mean, starting out in the career, we used to do guerrilla comedy. Okay. What do we mean by guerrilla comedy was, we used to go to pubs, talk to the owners and say, hey, we want to tell jokes. And the owners would be like, go lah, the stage is there, go lah. Couple of beers and a high five, that's what we used to get paid, right? So we used to go up there, and the people in the pub were the people who were there from 5 o'clock in the afternoon. They are so drunk they haven't seen their children. For 13 years, they don't know who they don't know where they are.
They are not going to get
coordination
jokes
is completely. They think they are funnier than you at this point.
Finish.
Right? And you go up there and you tell jokes, right? And we would fail so miserably. That we would come out the stage and sometimes the pub owner, what they do is they go up and tell jokes, right? They go up and tell internet jokes. And they would do so well. And we were like thinking like, is this what is what we're doing wrong? We used to question our lives. Life choices.
Because you all put a lot of thought into your jokes and all that.
We wrote our jokes, but different doing internet jokes and click. So, in fact, one of the pub owners used to sit us down and say, why are you writing jokes? Or do internet jokes, lah. And we were like, no, I don't think this is good advice. I'm not sure.
Exactly. So, like, how at that point, like, how do you, like, continue the
it was stubbornness. It's stubbornness. It's basically being stubborn. It's just the fact that, you see, a lot of people say, I tried to leave the industry. I thought comedy is not my thing. And to be fair,
so at this point there wasn't even a serious thought that it's going to be a career.
No, not even close. I thought, this is it. I'm done really. Like go up, but it kept pulling me back in because. The other pub would hear that I did comedy in this pub, would call me and say, hey, can you do the same thing in my pub?
So
just for entertainment sake. And then I'm like, really? Did you see the show? Because it was quite bad. It's like, don't worry, just come and tell jokes. You'll be fine. And then we will die there. We will do badly there as well. And then, eventually that kept going around. And then there was one place, I think Pampas in Bukit Bintang decided to give us a weekly. Give us the stage weekly. Like they had the upstairs to say, you can have that.
So
weekly.
Now you're getting five beers and 2 high fives.
Now we had a meal. Right? Because of a restaurant. So they gave us a chicken chop before the show. So we're like, meal. So then from there, we eventually did it for a few months, and then and we started getting better. And then I think what changed everything was the fact that Time Out KL at that time came to KL. And they wanted to do a magazine with events. They realized that comedy was not one of the events they could miss. So they decided we will make our own event. So they started Time Out Comedy Thursday. And that was when they heard we were doing all this shows. And they gathered us all together and said, hey, we are doing this show, we want you all to be in this show. So that's when we had a monthly show to go to, and we became the backbone of that show. And it started out small, this thing, but then we started selling out. We were doing a very small 80-seat, not even, it's 60-seater kind of venue, but 120 people used to show up.
Wow.
To watch comedy, right? And it was weird for us because we didn't know what to do.
And the scene in Malaysia is not like LA or anything like that.
That was the only thing that's happening at that time. And it was weird because, like, first of all, we didn't know where to put 120 people, right? And that place only held 60 people. So people used to sit on the stairs. People used to sit on the stage as we were talking, as we were telling jokes. And it was a lot of fun, and we kept doing that monthly, every month, and then until it grew. And then Comedy Club KL came, and then they started bringing international acts, and we, of course, they needed local acts to support them. So we were the support acts. We were open for these guys, and that time we used to work with comedians who we just watch on YouTube. And like, wow, these people are coming to Malaysia, and we opening for them. And we used to talk to them and get some tips.
So at that time, like, is that when you already you decided like I can put my engineering and all that behind me, and I can focus on this?
No, I think that was never a thought for me. I think it was always going to be a dual life
thing.
Like I didn't know that comedy could be a source of income. I think that came a bit later. With corporate gigs and stuff.
So at what point did you really realize that this is it?
You know what? I'll be honest with you and tell you, it never came. Right? Because I remember getting retrenched. Right? When I got married, I was 30 years old. And I thought, full-time comedian lah. I struggled for 9 months. Because the money from comedy is not. You don't get a salary every month. It's like some months you are, you got 2 corporates, you're very rich. some months you're like, starving at home. But then I had a family. I got married and I had to pay for the house. I had to pay for so it was very difficult for me. And then I got a job again. But I was very lucky. The job that I got, my boss understood that I did comedy as well.
Okay.
So he gave me the leeway of not taking my work home.
Okay.
So I was there from 9 to 5 and that's it. Like 5 o'clock onwards is my time.
Okay.
So, and I did that in fact I was there for a long time. I only recently last year, I think I let go of the job and now I'm full time.
Full time. Okay.
I mean, in the meantime, I was there, like for the first 2 years I was full time. And then I became part time. And then I used to go in the mornings. And then I used to go 3 times a week. And then they used to. Then at one point my boss just went, you know what, you work from home. And he used to email
Your boss
me.
also knew already.
He knew. So he
but he was quite supportive.
He was quite supportive. I mean, he used to send me designs. I would email him back designs that needed to be done. And it worked out. So basically, it was a juggling. It was not. I mean, the juggle became more and more towards comedy. So eventually, I think my boss decided that I think we need a full-time staff there as well. So they got a full-time staff, let me go. And I at that point I was like, it's fine. I'll be okay.
So how did the Netflix thing come to be? So you've got your first Netflix special is Everybody Calm Down. So how did that happen? Like, were you shocked or did you see it coming?
That was a complete surprise to me because I mean, yes, we all been working, but I think there are comedians who work hard, really hard, and marketing themselves and stuff. I'm not that kind of comedian. I'm the kind of comedian who works on stage.
Okay.
Right. But it was a surprise because they already had 2 comedians which I knew of.
Okay.
Harith and Fakafaz from Singapore. But they were looking for a 3rd comedian.
Right.
Which I didn't know, obviously. So I went to Edinburgh to perform at the Edinburgh Fringe. And then when I came back, just in time for Harith's shooting, Harith looked at me. I went up to Harith and said, good luck. And he looked at me and said, good luck to you. I was like, what do you mean good luck? What are you talking about? You don't
because at this time you have no idea what's going on.
But he said, no, you're opening. So I'm like there with my torn jeans and my t-shirt that I got free from they say. So I was like, okay, you could have told me that. Then he's like, no, you wear my jacket. And I wore his jacket like it was like this. I couldn't wear. So it's okay lah. I went up there with my torn jeans and my t-shirt and I started telling jokes, and Netflix were there obviously, and they loved it so much that they came up to me and said, hey, come to Singapore next week, we'll have a meeting. So I'm like, okay. I thought maybe they want me to act in one of the movies or something. So because I looked like something they wanted, so I went there and they said, hey, we were looking for a 3rd one. For budgeting purposes we needed to make 3, so we would like to offer you your own Netflix special.
Wow.
Inside I'm like, outside I'm
just
like,
played it cool. Let me check my schedule.
Let me see what happens. But in reality, even if I was getting married that day,
for sure.
Right? So it worked out because I only had 1 month to prepare. Everybody had like 6 months. I had 1 month. So it was a struggle to get everything prepared, but I think I already had my set. Like this was the Everybody Calm Down show was a show that I was going to tour with anyway. I was going to tour to Australia and Europe and stuff like that. So I knew the set. I knew what I was going to do, and so that's how it came out.
So how has life been since then? Like
it hasn't changed much. I mean, a lot more people recognize me. I was in Tesco the other day. Like I was pushing my trolley and one guy comes running up to me. I thought, gone lah, finish this. Right?
He's gonna mug you or something.
Yeah, exactly, right? He comes running up to me and it's like, oh my god, you're coming from Netflix. I'm like, yes. And then he takes a picture and he leaves, and my daughter's 5 and she's looking at me like,
oh my god, my dad's a celebrity.
No, she doesn't understand. She's like, who's that guy? I'm like, I don't know. So but it has changed in a way like it's weird because I thought, okay, it's going to be Southeast Asia, right? It's going to be Malaysia, Singapore, possibly, maybe even Philippines, blah, blah, blah. But the amount of social media response that I've been getting from outside of...
even like international websites, the Rap.
The Rap,
and you were ranked quite high on that
Quite
thing. So
high.
how is that? Because
I don't know. I thought you honestly I thought okay, this is not gonna get their attention, right?
Yeah.
First of all, like people on Twitter, on Facebook, people have been messaging me going like, hey, it's a great show, it's a great show. To be honest, I was waiting for the hate. Okay. Right? Because social media is known for trolls. Right?
Like people that hate are louder.
Yes. Yeah. But you know what? Very little hate. That I'm not going to say zero. Yeah. There has been. Yep. But most of it has been, tremendous support. Yeah. And
especially if it's coming from, let's say, like the US. Yeah. Okay. Because comedy also, sometimes it requires like proximity to understand.
Exactly.
So like for someone like in the US to watch it and be like, not just understand it but find it hilarious and all, must be.
Like what I realized after touring as well, like when I went to Edinburgh and Australia, I realized that the Malaysian way of life or the Malaysian stories that I tell, it's not much different from their stories. It's just that they need a little bit of context to understand the joke. The joke is funny on its own. It's just that they need the context to to replace things, right? Like for instance, when I talked about Singapore, I kind of gave the thing like, it's like Australia and New Zealand, it's like India and Pakistan, it's like America and the rest of the world. So they understood the context. So then they can just replace the words Malaysia, Singapore with New Zealand, Australia, or Britain, France, whatever they want. And then they understood it immediately. Okay. So it's all about context.
I want to ask you about, so in your everybody like calm down video, so throughout, like not throughout, like there are a few moments where like you say something that is, you roast someone. Let's say you talk about small penis, something like that. Then the crowd goes like, whoa. Right. And then after that you go like, everybody calm down. It's just jokes. Is that something you just do for fun, or did you feel that the need to like literally tell people it's just a joke? Give it like living in this era. PC
honestly,
era.
There was not even planned.
Okay.
There was not even planned. Okay. There was because the title of the show was called Everybody Calm Down. Now, what everybody didn't realize was that title was a working title. Okay. Before I found a better title. Okay. That better title never came. Right? Yeah. So basically, it's called Everybody Calm Down.
Yeah, because it
was too late for me to change it anyway. So I'm like, okay, now all the jokes that I had, how am I going to tie it back? Yep. And you know what? I thought to myself, just let it, just do it naturally. Right? See what happens. And when people went ooh, I'm like, everybody calm down. It's just jokes. Like, why are you all getting upset? Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. So so it's just that. Okay. It was not planned. Yeah. It just happened at that time, and I thought, that could be it.
But do you think in, let's say, this current, like people call this the PC era, right, where millennials have everything, like a lot of things to complain about and this and that. Okay. Do you think like, is it more difficult? Because, okay, for example, like during the George Carlin days, he will go and he will say fuck religion, he will say this and that, he will shit on religion and everything, no problem, and everybody there understands it. Like that's what they're going for. Right. Like, but these days, do you think like you're restricted, like, like maybe you write jokes at home and then you're like, okay, I need to cut this out, I can't perform this on stage.
No, I agree. There is some limitations, but I don't think there's a lot. I think self-censorship is very important. I believe in it. Right. I believe in everybody's rights. I don't believe like I should put down anybody. Yep. Right. And that's what I believe in. So that's completely my belief. Yep. That's where I self-censor. But when it comes to people like talking about things, people will get upset no matter what I talk about. I can talk about bread, people get upset. So, and those are the people that I kind of have to just let go.
You can't please everyone.
I can't please everyone. Like what am I going to talk about?
Yeah, exactly. And you're a comedian. You have to make fun of stuff, make light of situations.
Exactly.
And all that.
I mean, there are things that I don't make fun of because I don't find it funny. Like sexual aggression or rape or whatever. Like I don't talk about this because I don't find it funny, and I don't think like it's something that I cannot find the funny.
Yeah, it's not you.
It's not me. It's not. It's like even LGBT rights, which is a big thing now. It's one of those things where I believe that they have rights. They have this thing. I will make fun of the situation, but not them. Yep. For sure. I think they have a right to be whoever they want to be. So that's
what people go to stand up comedies for these kind of things.
I think if you stay within what you feel, I think that's fine. Yep. Right? Like in my new set, I do talk about this stuff, and the worst part was, looking back and going like, oh no, will these people be upset? Oh no, will these people be upset? And I'm thinking to myself like, why would they be?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not talking down about them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not
stand-up comedy is more about like the celebration of the thing.
Exactly.
It's just
and also the fact that I talk about what happened in my life. And this actually happened.
Yeah.
Right? I had accidentally watched tranny porn.
Okay.
That happened.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
You like it, that's fine with you.
Exactly.
But you know, it's
it's just something to laugh about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So okay, like you've performed internationally and all. Do you think there's a different? Like, do you feel more freedom when you perform on stage there, or is it?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, it's a different censorship, right?
Yeah.
Because like here in Asia, religion seems to be taboo.
Yeah.
Right, but race is fine.
Yeah.
There, on the other hand, religion is fine.
But race is
taboo.
Okay.
So you can't talk about race.
Yeah.
You can't talk about another race.
Yeah.
Like if you're Indian, you talk about Indian, it's fine.
Fine. Yeah.
Right? If you are Asian, you talk about Asian, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if you are you can't talk about black people.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
So it's a different
thing.
It's a different.
Here we are fine. You know, if you're Indian, you want to make fun of Chinese, Malay.
Exactly. Race is like race is cool.
Yeah.
But religion, no.
Yeah.
You cannot talk about religion.
Okay.
But then it's the other way there.
Okay.
So it's not about being more free. I think here you're free as well.
Yeah.
I think we've come to a point. I think we can joke about almost anything.
Yeah.
And the newer comics have been pushing the edge, pushing the line, and I think that line has moved now.
Right.
And I think people are more accepting of jokes that because at the end of the day, if you don't push that line, and that line remains the same, you will be ending up with the same old Malay Indian Chinese, Malay Indian Chinese, Malay Indian Chinese,
and eventually people are going to get tired of
exactly.
that.
And I mean, as comics, we are tired of that too. I mean, it's one of those things where we get tired of making the same. How much stereotypical differences can we make?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're going to come back to the same thing. So
and it's not just because it happens. Even like Russell Peters and all, he's making like Indian jokes. So everywhere it's already been like pushed to the thing.
No, you see, like Russell Peters, his first one was the stereotypes. Right? He did the stereotypes of Asian people, and then the second show he did the stereotypes, but the second level stereotypes. And then how far is he going to go? Right now he's just basically doing crowd work.
Yeah.
So it comes down to us as well.
Yeah. So okay, speaking of crowd work, right? So like when you go into a show, you write your jokes, everything's all prepared. So you have a thing like I'm gonna start here, I'm gonna tell this story, and then I'm gonna transition here, segue into this and that. But it's a live crowd. People are gonna react differently. Sometimes you think a joke's gonna be funny, but then they don't. So like how do you know when to like change things, and like how, let's say you go to the thing, do you like analyze the crowd and be like, okay, I'm gonna poke fun of this guy, I'm gonna poke fun of this guy, and then like how does that?
Okay, usually what happens is comedians, I think they know the story. They know what they want to do.
Yeah.
And usually an audience who comes for that will be into the story. I think they know what's funny, what's not. Yes, sometimes it doesn't work. They say when it comes to crowd work, I do it purely by natural selection.
Yeah.
Right? When I say natural, I don't mean they're gonna die. But it's basically natural. It's what's happening. Something that sticks out, I'm going to point it out, right? And there are comics who I mean, there's extreme edges where some comics they from backstage they look at everybody and they know what they want to do. Some people even plant people there,
right?
To make that connection. But I don't believe in that. I think if something happens at that time, like I have my jokes. The jokes are the star of the show.
Yes.
The crowd interaction should be just like a side dish, right? Like something, hey, it happened, it's funny.
Then you transition back to your jokes.
Transition back. And the way I write my stories, I don't write it down on paper.
Okay.
I don't write a script.
Alright.
Right? I remember the stories because those stories are the stories I tell naturally. So basically, the rhythm is very natural. So I don't have to. So if something were to happen in between, it's very easy for me to come back to the story.
Okay.
And stuff like that. Like I take detours anyway.
Right.
During the story. Like I was talking about something and then I go like, oh, by the way, this thing is something there. Then come back to the story. Yeah.
Okay. So, like I'm sure you've heard in, let's say, like there's a lot of wild stories about like say like the LA Crack House Comedy Club and this and that. But are there any like interesting stories like you have to share about like the Malaysian comic scene? Something, like maybe drunk people threw something on stage. Something
that's
like
happened,
that.
Of course. I mean, Malaysian audiences are very nice. They're very nice people. Asian audiences are very nice people. They're very, very timid. In fact, you know how like like the show is going badly, people boo. Like Malaysian audience, no, they'll just keep quiet and listen. They'll give you the look of disappointment, which is even more painful. Not much heckling.
Okay.
But we've had few. We've had throwing glass on stage has happened.
Okay.
It was a South African guy.
Wow.
Who it wasn't to a Malaysian comic. It was a British comic who was here. No, Canadian comic who was here, and he was doing some references that said that insinuated that guy was of a homosexual nature.
Okay.
Right. So basically, he couldn't take the joke.
Right.
So he threw a glass on stage. It missed the performer, thank God, and then he was taken outside and let go lah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has happened. I mean, I've done so many shows that was horrible to be like. I think one of the worst ones that I can remember was this one club that was opening, and this was early on in my career, and they had like 1 ringgit drinks, no 50-cent drinks.
Wow.
50 cent one drink, right? So it was opening.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like a free flow, but 50 cents. So
yeah.
people used to go up there and give $50, $50, and get like that many drinks.
Yeah.
Right. So and they used to drink, and by the time we went on, people was
so
gone.
Drunk, finished.
Yeah. It was completely. Yeah. And then they introduced us on stage, and we went up there, and everybody's still talking.
Oh my god.
And everybody was drunk, and then people were jumping up on stage and grabbing the mic and telling knock jokes.
And
because they thought it was a free fall, right? And we were like, oh my god, what's going on? And eventually, I think after the third person jumped on, I'm like, thank you, good night. And I left. And there were 3 more comedians who were supposed to go on after me, who basically just went, no, not happening. So yeah, that was one. Okay. And then another one where there was another club, 1 year anniversary, different club. They were like, okay, we'll have people, we put a stage here and everything, and everything was great. But when we showed up on the night, it was so packed, they couldn't put the stage there. Oh. So they just went like, hey, you perform in the DJ console.
So you just
so they gave us a mic, and you know how DJ consoles are in the corner, like nobody sees them, and it's like, so I was there like telling jokes, and people were like, what is this voice coming out of the speakers?
You can't even interact with the crowd.
They were like, what is this voice coming? Yeah. Why don't you just play music? Yeah. And at that point, the DJ came on and started sound checking at the same time. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So it was that was weird.
Okay. All right. Okay, so now your tour. You've got a tour coming up.
Yes.
So it's called like Kavin Jay Anger Management Tour.
Anger Management, it's a working title.
Okay.
I guess that's what it's going to be now.
That's what it's going to be because you're going to start.
You see, all my titles have been working titles. Yeah. Like usually they'll come up with, okay, give me a title, and then I'm like, okay, I need to write the material first. Yeah. And then come up with the title, right? But they want a title now.
Because they want to put it on all the posters and
working
everything.
Title, Anger Management. Okay. So like, okay. Next thing I know, I wrote out the thing and I got a better title, and I'm kind of like, done already.
All the buttons all printed out, posters finished.
So now it's called Anger Management.
Okay.
So
So it's in the cinema. So what is it? IMAX 3D or what?
It's super 3D.
Super 3D.
Super 3D.
D-box, everything,
it's
moving
4D,
chairs.
5D.
5D all. James
people
Cameron.
Get wet on.
Okay.
No, okay.
Because that's what people are assuming, it's in the cinemas.
No. This is what's going to happen. Like, I'm going to perform in a cinema. Okay. Right? It's going to be live. I'm going to be there. Okay. Right? It's not going to be screened on the screen. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be, which is weird. Like, because you go to a cinema, you
don't expect to see a person standing there and
and you don't expect someone to be live, you know what I'm saying? And you but no, this one you're going to have to laugh, you're going to have to clap, whatever, somebody's actually talking in a mic.
Exactly.
So, this is happening. I'm going to be in a cinema. And the only reason why I chose the cinema is because, like, you know how people do tours and they do theatres, right? Theatres are great, but it's way too formal.
Right.
I think like
people are going to come super dressed up and everything.
It's just a night out. Yeah. Like, you don't have to be dressed up. Yeah. It's like theatre, like so hoity-toity, so atas people. Okay. So I thought, okay, that's not my style. I don't want to do that. I want to do clubs. I want to do comedy clubs, right? But we couldn't do a comedy club because we don't have many. We only have the Black House Comedy Club, which is not big enough. Yep. So I thought, okay. Then I thought, okay, other people, what they do is they do hotel lobbies. Okay. I'm like, really? Yeah. Hotel lobby. Okay, I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's high ceiling with the chandelier. And I'm like, no, this
not
is
your style. You
it's
want
not my style
casual.
again. Like, So and one day, TGV Cinemas, the guy who works there was my friend, and they always wanted to do stand-up comedy. They want to do experiences, right? So they have like live World Cup matches. Okay. They wanted to do live concert. Right. which I think is a great thing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a live Queen concert in a cinema? That would be so cool, right? Because of the sound, music. But they wanted to do stand-up comedy as well. So they were talking to other comedians and it never panned out.
Okay.
Right? So one day I just, hey, you want to do stand-up with me? They're like, come to the office, we'll talk.
Okay.
And immediately they were like, look, we got all these cinemas which you can use. I'm like, sure,
yeah,
let's do this. And I went to see the cinema and I really like the feel of it. It's like a comedy club.
Okay.
It is exactly like a comedy club.
Okay.
It's just that there's a huge ass screen behind me.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything is
it's nice, compact, cozier environment.
Yeah, exactly. And you go to a cinema, you don't have to be atas. You know?
Exactly.
It's you dress whatever you want. Nobody's going to see you. So it's cool. Okay. And then they have the couple seat at the back. Hopefully not too many people making out there. But it's going to be fun lah.
Making out also, never mind lah, you can poke fun at them.
No lah, better not lah. I don't think I can see that far though, but okay.
Yeah. So what can people expect from this like this anger management tour? What's it? How different is it going to be from your Netflix special?
It's 100% different.
Okay, completely new jokes
of
and
course,
everything.
Completely new set.
Okay.
When I say new set, I mean, it's new lah. You haven't seen it.
Yep.
It's not on Netflix, and also the fact that this is a show I wrote after Netflix.
Okay.
So it's about stories about me.
Okay.
And dealing with the bad decisions I made in life.
All right.
Because, as you know, there's a lot of people who made bad decisions in supporting the right team.
Yeah.
During the last. Not only World Cup but also elections.
So, exactly.
Yeah, in that sense, I completely understand.
Yeah. So are you going to be bringing up some election joke? Because now it's Malaysia Baru.
So new Malaysia. But the worst part about new Malaysia is there's no jokes.
Okay. Yeah.
About the new Malaysia.
But now you can poke fun at the old Malaysia.
Yeah lah. Because last time the government used to make funnier jokes than us.
Yeah.
So now
last time they were the stand-up comedians.
Now they have actual problems, which you cannot laugh at. You're like, what kind of comedy is this? So, of course, elections will be there. Of course, the new Malaysia, and of course, my life, and bad choices lah. Bad choices in life.
So make sure you catch Kavin Jay in like TGV Cinemas. We will put like the visuals of like when the shows are going to be.
It starts on August 3rd in KL, and then it moves along, and then all you have to do is go to tgv.com.my.
Yeah, we'll have all the information provided. So before we wrap up, so we're going to play like this. It's not a game. Okay. It's kind of a game, not really.
Okay.
So I'm basically just going to ask you a bunch of rapid fire questions.
Sure.
You must answer immediately. Okay. Ready? You want to have a glass of water first?
Yes.
Okay.
Gargle first.
Yeah. Okay. Ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Jim Carrey or Eddie Murphy?
Eddie Murphy.
Russell Peters or Aziz Ansari?
Aziz Ansari.
Should wearing shades indoors be a criminal offence?
Absolutely.
Tosai or Roti Canai?
Roti Canai.
Die Hard or John Wick?
Die Hard.
Metallica or Guns N' Roses?
Metallica.
Rajinikanth or Kamal Hassan?
Rajinikanth.
All the way. The Rock or Vin Diesel?
The Rock.
Is White Chicks considered a good movie?
Ayyo.
Right response, people. Right response. I don't know why people are
I don't know, right?
Yeah. Marvel or DC?
DC.
Kylo Ren or Darth Vader?
Darth Vader.
Is The Last Jedi bloody awesome?
The Last Jedi. Wait, The Last Jedi.
The latest Star Wars.
It's okay.
Okay. Fine. Who's the best Batman? Christian Bale, Michael Keaton or Ben Affleck?
I would say Christian Bale.
What's your favorite Will Ferrell movie?
Will Ferrell, the one where he's with the brother.
Step Brothers?
Step Brothers.
Yes. Nice.
The one with the brother. Step Brothers? Yep, that one.
Okay, if you could choose a superhero name for yourself, what would it be?
Superhero name would be. Can I be Batman? No.
Something original. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Superhero name would be the Funny Man.
Okay, Funny Man. Okay. Can a person be considered truly Indian if he or she doesn't like mutton varuval?
No.
It cannot, right? It's unacceptable.
Give me back your Indian card.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me back your Indian card.
Dark chocolate or white chocolate?
White chocolate. No, wait. Dark chocolate or white chocolate? I like milk chocolate.
Milk chocolate.
Okay, white lah.
Did OJ do it?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on.
What's your favorite football club?
Manchester United.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
This Sunday, France or Croatia?
As an England fan, France.
Right answer, folks. France is going to win. France all the way. That's Kavin Jay. Let the good folks know where they can find you on social media, anything.
Instagram at Kavin Jay, Kavinjay. Twitter @Kavin Jay, Facebook fb.com/Kavin Jay.
Okay, we'll put all the links of that in the description below. I'm Dash. You can follow me at Dash Talks Movies on Twitter. Until next time, bye-bye.
Wait, buy tickets.
Yes,
TGV.com.
be sure. Make sure it's all sold out. It's going to be a great show. See you guys there.